Hello, Carnage Cravers. Welcome back to Carnage Corner. I am Ken Carnage, and it's been so long I forgot my intro. Damn, I am back. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. It has been a crazy couple of weeks, so I'm a couple of weeks behind on the happenings in the WWE, but I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time going backwards. I'm going to talk about what has happened this week in Carnage. So, jumping right in there, the former Universal Champion Brock Lesnar was nowhere to be seen this week. I don't expect to see him until Crown Jewel, where he will have a triple threat match with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Now, speaking of the current Universal Champion, who just so happens to be Vince McMahon's personal sperm receptacle, he was in action this week. Kind of, sort of, tag team action, but mostly he played referee between Seth and Dean, who were bickering and fighting like sorority sisters. And as far as Braun Strowman goes, well, Braun was part of that six-man tag team match as well. He teamed with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. It was a match that Dolph Ziggler lost, and he was gonna put the hurting on Dolph Ziggler, but Drew McIntyre stopped him with a Claymore kick to the head. So it is safe to say that Braun no longer has Dolph and Drew watching his back. Part of me thinks we're going to see the implosion of the Shield before we get to Saudi Arabia as well. This way, nobody's got anybody watching their back. As far as the Intercontinental Championship, it's kind of, it's really been nothing more than a prop here lately. Former Intercontinental Champion Dolph Ziggler, of course, is one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions with Drew McIntyre, and of course he has been involved in this feud with the Shield, teaming with Drew and Braun, as I mentioned earlier. He is the guy who took the L in that six-man tag team match. Seth Rollins is the current Intercontinental Champion, although he's really, this week, basically he just, was kibitzing back and forth with Dean Ambrose because, it would appear that they're going to implode the Shield once again. Who will be our next Intercontinental Champion? It's hard to say. Possibly Dean Ambrose. I wouldn't hate it. I'd like to see the Shield be broken up again. I mean, I moderately like Dean and I moderately like Seth, and putting them with Roman again does not help them. Does not help them in the eye. They're putting them with Roman to try and help Roman, but it doesn't help Roman. It just hurts Seth and Dean. So I would like to see that broken up once again, and and moving on to do their own thing. I think Dean would be better off on his own and better off with the Intercontinental Championship. So, in the Raw Tag Team Championship picture, the former Raw Tag Team Champions, the B Team, I don't think I've seen them since they lost the titles. I don't believe they ever got their title rematch. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. Current champions are Dolph and Drew, and as I've already mentioned, they've been all tied up in this feud with the Shield, including with Braun Strowman and whatnot. I am inclined to believe Braun Strowman is going to win the Universal Championship and end up feuding with Drew McIntyre. I think that would be fantastic, and I would love to see Drew get a run with the big belt. I'd like it to be, a better belt than the Universal title, but hey, what the fuck? It's supposed to be the top belt in the company. So, and that being said, I would not keep the tag titles on Dolph and Drew for super long. And I would want them to lose it to a team that you really want to put on the map. If I had the book, I would say that AOP would be our next Raw Tag Team Champions. I think they've got it where it counts, and I think they'd be great. So, and as far as the women's division, former Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss is set to team with Mickie James to take on Lita and Trish Stratus at the Evolution pay-per-view. This is going to be entertaining, nostalgia-filled. It'll be great. I mean, here's the thing. I was never the biggest Trish fan growing up because I was a big Lita fan. But, Trish, there's a lot of nostalgia with Trish. Huge amount, at least for me, a huge amount of nostalgia with Lita. And, and Mickey and Alexa, both some of my favorite female performers. So this match is a win for me. It'll be great to it'll be great to see it. I think that Alexa should cheat to win, and that's the way I think it should happen. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey cut herself a promo this week, and what a promo it was. I mean, as far as Ronda goes, that promo was dynamite, and she told a lot of truth in it because she was dressing down the Bellas because the Bellas suck. Apparently not well enough to keep John Cena around, but hey, I guess he finally discovered that he's got standards. Maybe. I don't know. He doesn't have standards. But either who's going to be the next Raw Women's Champion? I don't know. But I sure as fuck hope it's not Nikki Bella. That would be... You bring in Ronda Rousey, okay? Follow the bouncing ball here. You bring in Ronda fucking Rousey! Alright, you have her manhandle a 14-time world champion in Triple H. Alright? She manhandled Triple H. I don't like the guy, but motherfucker, he's like 6'5", 275, and he's a 14-time world fucking champion, and you had this woman manhandle his ass. Okay, great. She's tough as fucking nails. Then you ever get beat up by the Bellas? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is wrong. If you beat Ronda and put that belt on Nikki Bella, I have to question your sanity. What the fuck is that shit? The fuck? As far as a suggestion on who it should be, I don't fucking know. Because the way you've built Ronda up, like, who you gonna have beat her? The only person who makes any sense for beating Ronda at this point in juncture would be if you have, have it be because somebody close to her betrays her, which would have to be Natty. Okay, that's the only thing that makes any sense, is Natty betraying her and making it possible for somebody to win the title. Now, that could happen at Evolution. Natty could, cost Ronda the title against Nikki Bella. I think Nikki Bella is the wrong performer to run that storyline with, for sure. For sure she's the wrong one. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and move on because I could bitch about the Bellas, every night, twice on Sunday for the rest of my fucking life. In either case, the former WWE champion Jinder Mahal is doing, well, nothing. Because WWE has already launched in India and they no longer need to please that demographic. So, current WWE champion AJ Styles teamed with Daniel Bryan, who is his challenger at Crown Jewel, in a losing effort against the Usos this week. So, they're trying to create some sort of heat between AJ and Daniel because they're having, despite the fact that I hate Daniel, they do book him as a face. So they're having a good guy versus good guy match, which are notoriously meh. And I don't believe that Bryan's going to win at Crown Jewel. I think Miz is going to cost him the match. And then I think Miz is going to end up getting himself inserted in a match. So then it'll be a triple threat match. And then Miz can cheat and pin Daniel Bryan to win the WWE title. Then when Miz has to defend it against AJ, he'll cheat to keep it using the champion's advantage to his advantage. All of this, you span this out so that all of it happens so that when Miz does finally drop that title to Daniel Bryan, you do it at WrestleMania. Now, you lay this whole thing out. Bear this in mind. I hate Daniel Bryan. I don't want to see him with the title. Okay, I don't. But if he is your good guy, which clearly he is from the way they're booking it, and Miz is your bad guy, which clearly he is from the way they're booking it, then this is what you do. The bad guy has to get the belt so the good guy can triumph. That's the way it's supposed to fucking work. That is storytelling 0.00101. Okay? So, that is what I think is going to happen there. Now, former United States champion Jeff Hardy was seen for the first time since going face first through Bubba Ray Dudley's favorite table. There's so much wrong with this. Okay? Randy Orton said he was going to erase Jeff Hardy. Okay? And then Jeff takes his hellacious bump, and he's gone. And we don't know where he is. We haven't seen him. Okay? We should not have seen Jeff again until he was coming back to work and was a new character. Okay? A darker character to take out Randy Orton. But you didn't do that. Maybe you got all nostalgic because it's SmackDown 1000, but what the fuck? You show him backstage shaking hands with Rey Mysterio, so now, even if you do try and bring him back as another character later, it's like, well, shit, what was this bullshit, you know? Contrary to what you believe, Vince, your fans do have fucking memories. Alright? We do remember shit. So, anyways, current United States champion Shinsuke Nakamura went one-on-one with Rey Mysterio. Now, I don't know how much time Shinsuke has spent wrestling people of the Lucha Libre style, but there seemed to be a mistiming in a lot of the stuff going on between Rey and Shinsuke. I don't know if it was a communication problem or what, but they seem to mistime things a little bit. I mean, they still managed to make it look good, but if you're looking, you can see it. That being said, Rey won the match, which is great. Good for Rey. It's so nice to see Rey back. Apparently there's some scuttlebutt that Shinsuke will be defending the United States Championship against Rey Mysterio at Crown Jewel. If this is true, I predict Rey Mysterio to win the United States Championship. So, even though technically he should probably be sent to 205 Live to, help elevate that show. Because technically he's still a cruiserweight, guys. So, yeah. Now that I've pissed off all the little people. Moving on to the tag team division. The former SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day. That's right, The New Day lost the titles this week to The Bar. Thanks to Big Show. But nonetheless, the gyrating gaggle of goofs no longer hold any gold. All right, the Bar have become 5-time tag team champions, and good for them. Who will be our next set of tag team champions? Well, if I was a betting man, I'm not going to say if I was a betting man because there's not enough evidence to really support any type of betting at this point in time. But I will tell you this. If I had the pencil, I would be putting those titles in the not too distant future on Sanity. I could definitely see Sanity making big waves in the SmackDown Tag Team division. Now, the SmackDown Women's Championship, former SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte put a beating on the current champ this week on the cutting edge. See, Women's Champion Becky Lynch was a guest on Edge's Cutting Edge on SmackDown 1000, and she was... Edge tried to talk some sense into her, and she was not just dismissive, but insulting to the former world champion, and because of that, Charlotte came down and beat the holy hell out of her. I don't think Charlotte's getting that belt back, though. I think Becky's going to retain, or at least I hope Becky will retain. The next women's champion, in my humble opinion, should be Asuka. I would like to see Asuka get a run with that belt. So, cruiserweights, 205 Live, midgets on trampoline, whatever you want to call them. So, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion Cedric Alexander took place in a fatal five-way match. They didn't say that it was for the number one contendership, but it was somewhat implied. And he lost. Now, I don't mean he didn't win. I mean he lost, meaning he took the opposite of W. He took the L. All right, so Cedric Alexander got pinned. This match was good. I mean, Lio Rush looked good. Everybody played their parts well. You got TJP and Grand Metalik doing their thing. All right, Lio Rush is in there trying to make everybody look stupid, you know, being his annoying self. And, you know, Cedric Alexander, he got caught off the roll-up by Tony Nese. Yeah, Tony Nese. Okay? All while the current WWE Cruiserweight Champion Buddy Murphy looked on. So Buddy Murphy is the Cruiserweight Champion. Very happy for Buddy. He won that in his hometown of Melbourne, Australia. And it's great. You know, Cedric Alexander had the belt for a while. I like the fact that it's on Buddy. I like Buddy. Buddy's really come into his own since joining 205 Live. You know, he was somewhat forgettable during his time on NXT, and he's doing so much better now. Who will be our next Cruiserweight Champion? I don't know. I mean, Tony Nese is on a roll. Will they do Tony Nese versus Buddy Murphy? Will they bring Rey Mysterio to 205 Live and have Rey versus Buddy? I actually think Rey and Buddy would put on a hell of a match. I don't know. You know, it's a matter of what are they gonna do. I mean, Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy are friends, you know, in the story, so I don't know if they'll have them go at it. I'm waiting to see. So I don't know. I'd like to see Buddy get a nice long run with the cruiserweight belt. I'd also like to see him change the strap to black because that purple looks like fucking dog shit. All right, moving on to NXT. Aleister Black, former NXT champion Aleister Black, made his return. He popped in. It's at the end of the frickin' Nikki Cross and Bianca Belair match, and the lights go out, and then he's sitting there in the middle of the frickin' ring, cross-legged, and he wants Nikki to tell him who attacked him, and she whispers it in his ear, and he gets all shaky and angry. So, was it the current Cruiserweight champion, NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa, who we didn't see this week at all? I don't know. Could it be Johnny Gargano? All right. Was it Nikki herself? I don't know. Who will be the next NXT champion? Will they make Aleister Black a two-time champion? I could actually see Aleister and Tommaso trading it back and forth, kind of like Shinsuke and Samoa Joe did. I don't know. But I look forward to finding out. So, that being said, the North American Championship picture, Adam Cole, former champion Adam Cole, was interjected himself into the NXT Tag Team Championship match, helping where he did not belong, obviously. we didn't see the champion. We didn't see Ricochet this week. Adam Cole, of course, has a rematch coming for that title. I don't think Adam Cole should regain. As far as who should be the next North American champion, I'm thinking, Velveteen Dream or possibly EC3 would be the best choices. That's really what I'm thinking. Now, the NXT Tag Team Championship, former NXT Tag Team Champions Mustache Mountain, again, nowhere to be seen. I believe they're over on NXT UK now, which I still haven't decided whether or not I'm going to give it a shot. I've already got a lot I'm covering. I don't know if I want to add another show to my week. I'll get back to you on that. So, the current NXT Tag Team Champions, Undisputed Era, had to defend against War Raiders, and they were successful only because Bobby Fish came back from injury and caused them to be disqualified. So technically they lost the match, but they keep the belts. And it was very plain to see that they were going to lose those belts. I stand by what I've been saying, that War Raiders will be our next NXT Tag Team Champions, because they're definitely going to get another shot because of the way this match ended. Okay. The former NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler destroyed some jobber named Beck. I think it was Beck. I don't know. Becker, something or other. She destroyed her. She's going to get a rematch against Kairi Sane. I don't necessarily think that Shayna's going to get it back. Kairi Sane may hang on to that belt for a little while. Who's going to be the next NXT Women's Champion? Can we put it on Nikki Cross already? Like, what the hell? Nikki's been around for a while. Nikki's fantastic. She's entertaining. She's great in the ring. Like, come on, can a crazy bitch get a title run already? What the fuck? All right, so in other wrestling news, all right, let's address the elephant in the room. All right. A lot of wrestling fans are on the internets are all like, oh, Saudi Arabia did a bad thing. WWE, you should change the location of Crown Jewel. Hey! Okay. Let me start this by saying, A, I have been against the working relationship between WWE and Saudi Arabia since it was announced. I didn't think the WWE should be doing business with Saudi Arabia. Okay? That being said, I also realized that a contract was signed. And for the fans to be demanding that they change the location of Crown Jewel, I have news for you. There's a very high likelihood that WWE contractually cannot change that location. Okay? It's going to happen in Saudi Arabia. Okay? Now, as far as your political, I try not to get political on here. Okay? But as far as people, do you people even know what you're getting mad about? Okay? You're getting mad about something that was done to a Saudi Arabian citizen, allegedly, by the Saudi Arabian government. Okay? At a Saudi Arabian embassy. Okay? I mean, that really doesn't sound like any of our business. But, okay, either way, there's so much outrage over this show happening. And again, let me say, I'm not a supporter of the working relationship. I don't necessarily think it's a good move on WWE's part. But try and understand the way business works here for a second. And understand the fact that WWE may choose not to do business with them in the future. But this event is signed for. This event is paid for. This is happening, guys. Okay? So there's and for those of you threatening to cancel the WWE network and to not watch the show, you're all full of crap. Okay? People threatened not to watch the Greatest Royal Rumble because there'd be no women's matches on it. Guess what? Maybe some of them stuck to their guns on that, but a lot of them didn't. Because Greatest Royal Rumble reportedly got pretty good numbers. All right? And all of you who say that you're going to cancel the WWE Network, if you do, I guarantee you will have reordered it in order for WrestleMania season. So, just stop with your false outrage. Okay? It's stupid. You're being stupid. All right? And what this government did to its citizen, however evil, doesn't affect you. It's not your business. All right? You're just bitching to bitch. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. You're bitching because bitching makes you feel important. It doesn't make you important. It just makes you a bitch. That being said, give you my thoughts real quick on WWE 2K19. They definitely put some work into the story mode, the career mode. They did. The story is not bad. You know, they did an original story and whatnot. It's not bad. They didn't really put any work into the rest of the game. It's pretty much the same with a new roster. You know, copy paste, copy paste. So, you know, and that's about it. You know, it's one of those things. Come on, let's be honest. We all bought it for the updated roster, and that's pretty much it. Till they bring back General Manager mode, all of these games will pale in comparison to games that had General Manager mode. All right, so, and last piece of wrestling news, my grade for SmackDown 1000. All right, well, let's see. SmackDown 1000. Did it have Stone Cold Steve Austin? No. Did it have The Rock? No. Did it have Michael Cole? No. Did it have Taz? No. Not having Austin, I could overlook. Not having The Rock, the man who coined the term SmackDown? Come on now. You could have at least had him come in via satellite. The fuck? Alright? Not having a match, at least one match called by Taz and Michael Cole? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Those were the voices of SmackDown. Nah, I mean, I'll be generous. I'll be generous. I'll give it a D. Because it wasn't that good. And as an episode of SmackDown, it was fine. But as far as being like a 1000th episode and, you know, celebrating all of the SmackDowns that came before it, no, you fail. You fail at that. So, yeah, no, I'll give it a D. So, real quick, a little bit of movie news. Dumbo trailer is out. Live action Dumbo, done by Tim Burton. So, you're doing a Disney movie that I have to think twice about taking my kids to. Because let's be honest, Tim Burton doesn't exactly do kid-friendly. I don't know. I don't see the point to this. I really don't. The Shazam trailer. God, what a hot fucking steaming pile of garbage that is. Like, the fuck is that? And then, freaking, they released a Pet Cemetery trailer. They're remaking Pet Cemetery. Why don't you remake something that was bad? Why the hell are you remaking a classic film? Pet Cemetery, the first one, was damn fucking good. It was terrifying. Not because it was, visually terrifying, but because it made you think. And it made you think, oh my God, what if this? What if that? I don't know. Is a toddler going to come out from underneath my bed and slice my Achilles tendon with a scalpel? I don't know. You know what? It's shit like this that makes me rethink whether or not I should even be covering movie news. Because, Hollywood has shoved its head so far up its ass, it's come out the other side, and by God, it's going around to do it again. The fuck is wrong with you fucking retards? Hey, all right. Ladies and gents, before I go, I'm going to leave you with another pearl of wisdom. Always remember that failing to prepare is preparing to fail. I am Ken Karnage, and until next time, Karnage is right around the corner.